I'm not gonna lie. I just ended a very fucking eventful beach day today.
Really?
In the end of October, mind you.
You went to the beach?
I went second time this year, maybe. I
Did
went
you go
to
with
the
your
beach.
lady?
I went with a whole group of people. Just fucking.
Did you get drunk?
Just got drunk at the beach. Tried to play volleyball. Got deep in the claw game. Couple Bond and Vivs. Maybe one or two Trulies.
Oh, so you mix it all.
I mix all the seltzers.
Where was I today? I was at the chiropractor and they were making fun of people who drink seltzer. I mean, I just don't, my chiropractor's super out here too. He's cool as hell, but he was, I'm not in the seltzer game, man. I'm not in it whatsoever. What is it about it that excites you?
Honestly,
the taste?
Bro, I do whatever the fucking young kids are doing so I can be cool.
Yeah, can't say the same.
They could be shooting up on heroin. I'd be like, hey, over here.
Over here.
Over here.
You wouldn't, though.
I don't mind it. It's a good...
you don't mind heroin or White Claws?
the White Claws. I don't mind them because they're... it's a good, like, daytime, like, chilling on the beach type drink, you know?
Yeah. This is a funny dynamic, me and you. And we're sitting so close, I feel like you don't know if you should be like looking at me or looking that way.
I don't have to look at you. I'm looking dead in the fucking barrel of the lenses.
You are.
Whatever one. Doesn't matter.
Triple barrels today, huh?
All right, so I'm going to grab Bud Light and do the best I can here. I feel like you're always diving in with other guests. And for lack of a better term, I want to dive in with you. Major pause.
That's all we do is dive in.
I want to dive in with you. And I want to start with the basics. I want to start right where it hits home, right where you communicate with the world, right on your Twitter. And you say a lot of, I'm not going to lie, your tweet game is pretty hard. You got a hard tweet game.
Hard in a good way?
Yeah. It's not, I don't know how hard could be bad. It's just a hard tweet game that you bring to the world. And
thank you, sir.
I follow you. I notice it.
I follow you as well.
My tweet game's a little different. I don't know if hard's the synonym for it or the word for it.
You tweet when you're hard, I feel like. Here you go. You want some of this?
Yeah, I need it.
Sexually charged Twitter you got.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Anyways, I picked out a handful of your tweets, and I kind of want some explanations from you and what they mean.
Okay.
Because they sound like they're pretty fucking spot on, but I want to know where you're coming from with them.
Okay.
First one. This one is great. I love this one. I want to get this tatted on my back. It says, "Love is a combination of letting go and holding tight."
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean there?
I can remember exactly where I was baked in the studio, and I like to dive. My creative process become very lax over the years, so I'll be like in the middle of working on a song, and then I'll just dive right into a podcast, like a clip or something. You know what I mean? And
Watch podcasts?
Yeah, like, you know, there's a desktop up there, so I'll just I'm not going and just perusing the internet. I'm like going and look at podcasts, just like for inspiration, but less. You would think like artists like go listen to songs, or I like to listen to like thoughts, because then it like stimulates certain things about something that might come out in a freestyle, you know. So that one, it was stemming. I can't even put a finger on what it was I was watching exactly, but someone said something along those lines, and I, you know, kind of articulated into a sentence. They had a monologue about love, and
do you remember who it was?
No, I'll. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be lying if I threw out a name. I don't remember who it was. It wasn't the typical, like, it wasn't a Joe Rogan podcast. It wasn't a typical like Wayne Dyer. But I feel like love is there's a song actually, like, you only know you love her when you let her go. And I think
by Passenger, right?
Right.
Just heard that today. Heard that today in the store somewhere.
You did? There you go.
And that hasn't been on for.
I did a remix to it that was pretty popular for us at that time.
It's a year, like, that's a super old song. It's funny you bring that up. I just heard it for the first time in like 4
the
years.
Universe, it's already written in
I'm
stars.
getting a lot of weird universe signs.
Yeah, but that's how I took that song when I heard it. And sometimes, you know, I'm coming off a relationship where I felt that way, but sometimes, like, if you really truly love someone, like, the real sign of that, the strength of that love is being able to let them go, because you know it doesn't fit. you can, my intuition and the way life is going, it tells you the answers if you pay enough attention. If you get dialed into what the universe is telling you, you know what I mean? I feel like those are the people who are able to consistently transcend the hard times. And love it, yeah, like when you really, really, truly love someone and you want the best for them, maybe it's not with you right now, and maybe that sucks. But
So what's the holding tight part?
well, I mean, a lot of love is perseverance. So it's a perfect combination of like being able to, hold on tight when it's getting shaky. And really, those are the relationships that really last. And it might not be holding tight in that exact moment. You might need to go take your breaks and go other places in life. But there's just something inside that holds on to the prospect of being together and So not saying you need to break up either, but like everything's case by case. But a lot of love is holding on tight. You know what I mean? And a lot of it, I think the biggest telltale sign of like how much you really love someone is when it's not about you anymore. Just because you want them in this moment doesn't mean it's best for them.
It's fucking beautiful, man. You're right. You're right.
Thank you, sir.
I might have to make a few phone calls after this podcast. Let's move right on.
Yeah.
This is another great one. This is a little too long to get tatted on me, but it says the power of gratitude will lift you out of whatever hole your mind told you you're in. Be thankful for the air you're breathing, the body parts that are working so perfectly, and the people you've been connected with on this planet. It's all amazing shit that's taken for granted.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I have this bracelet, gratitude.
Well, you posted something today. What was on Twitter, Instagram? Someone with like missing body parts or something.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna leave it out of the story. I was getting a mani-pedi.
Both?
Same time, double barrel.
Double
I actually
header.
told the lady who was giving me the mani to hold on while I film this. Great group over there on Ventura. Yeah, man, I'm fucking watching this girl play the piano with her feet. And she don't got normal feet. She had like deformed feet, deformed legs. Her legs were like, the size of a small person, like literally like, not fully developed legs, no arms. And she's in a fucking dress, like sitting up there in her like specially made piano seat thing.
Did she crush it?
Yeah, she got the golden fucking buzzer.
Oh, she was on one of the shows?
She was on one of those like America's Got Talent. It wasn't even American though. It was like some other. I mean, I was in a nails place and they like play this shit on rerun in there. Part of it, pretty high. The vibes are pretty high on those fucking. I don't watch those shows, but
yeah,
they're basically just playing like the highlights of all the best people, and a lot of it's like super emotional.
Yeah, man.
I'm in there fighting back tears while the lady's giving me a mani-pedi. I don't even know who I've become.
But like, dude, playing piano with your feet because you ain't got no arms.
Yeah, yeah. So like, I
shit.
just realized I was fucking an asshole about everything. I wasn't, not even in like to other people, just like my perspective on life. I just was taking so much shit for granted. I don't really even like allow myself to get in bad moods. I swear it sounds fake, but like I haven't been in a bad mood. You could probably attest to that. When's the last time you see me in a bad mood?
No, you haven't.
I just haven't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because whenever I start to get in a bad mood about something, I just correct it. I'm like,
and that's the word is gratitude though, right?
Yeah, no, but it's gratitude.
It's gratitude.
And it's the most important, I think it's the most
Perspective of
important thing.
gratitude, yeah.
A lot of the shit, the Buddhist or the types of ideologies that I'm super, focused on now and studying and shit, they talk about gratitude. It's just like a common theme to the point where you can't ignore it. And then you just start thinking about it and you're like, you're right, man. Like, it's, why am I just lucky to be gifted at music or gifted at baseball or whatever? When you break it down all the way to that, it's not really even me. I'm not even, you know what I mean? I'm not even fucking me. Like, I did a lot of the work, but I had all these gifts too, that this person gets born with no arms. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that could have been me. So when it kind of humbles you to the point where like, yeah, you can still have bad days, and if really bad shit happens, I'm sure we've had one bad thing happen, we'll keep it off the record. But like, we were able to persevere through that, with positivity, with a positive outlook. And it's hard, you could be in a bad mood from that, but you just choose. I don't know. It's just been so uplifting for me to choose genuinely looking at the bright side. I mean, if you could go back and listen to a lot of my songs, I've been preaching a lot of this shit, and it's weird to me now.
Because you weren't doing it on purpose back then.
I wasn't. It was like coming through my music, but I wasn't really living. Not to say I was being a hypocrite, because I don't feel that way. I wasn't being a hypocrite, but like I wasn't functioning at this level. I wasn't thinking about my outlook and pushing myself and correcting my outlook so much. I was just kind of like, whatever. I was a nice person always, but like I had so many different deficiencies in my perspective and my outlook. But I really like, it's weird. I go back and listen. I mean, we have that song Bright Side. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm just, even in these days, manifesting. I'm talking about manifesting so much. Everything I see up in my head just comes to life. That's right there. It's just like, and I really wasn't thinking like, oh, I wasn't even on the manifestation wave necessarily then. I think maybe it was just starting, but that's tripped me out because I don't really listen to any of my old music. So like I kind of have just from tweets or like if someone Instagrams something to me, I'll go and like actually listen to the song because you never do that as an artist. But it's been cool to go back and listen and be like, oh shit, man, I was kind of manifesting a lot of this shit before I even was thinking I want to manifest it.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. But yeah, I mean, gratitude's fucking all of it, and that's why you write what you're thankful for every morning. I mean, I don't know if you still do that.
I do it every day, bro. I'm gonna do it for hopefully every day.
That's so true though. Like you fucking, I'm not actually writing it. Like I say it to myself in my head all the time.
That's
but
a start though.
Like you start saying like, and it's like, dude, it's the simplest shit. It's like having a good family is like a key one.
Thank God you got a good family, good friends. Thank God I don't feel sick today, man. Not even thank God. I'm just I'm thankful for.
I feel like once you do that, like little things, I mean, even big things that happen to you, it's not like a tragedy, you know?
I mean, dude, if you like, I'm getting into the science of it a lot more, the actual atoms and the neurons and what we really are. If you really can, there's people that have years and years of data and studying this thing, and there's, it's energy. We're a vibration. It's all about the aura and your energy. And like people in the Northeast would be like, huh, vibe, energy, you fucking hippie, bro. Like
that used to be your outlook.
The old me. Well, I wouldn't have been like that.
No.
But I still would have been like, what's he talking about?
When people I remember when we first moved to LA and people used the word vibe. You kind of like chirp him a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now I can't even fucking say two sentences without vibe.
I know now this house is all about the vibes.
It is though.
Yeah.
It's just
I get it.
It's just lack of perspective, bro. When you're living that hustle and bustle that the New England area is known for, and it's cold and you got to be tough, and it's you're not really even thinking about vibe and like your energy and being and what life is on that level. And not to stereotype everyone up there. I'm sure there's fucking tons of, I'm just saying, generalizing at least my experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, fuck, it's everything, bro. It's when you are carrying positivity around all day, positive shit's gonna happen to you. It is.
I totally agree.
It just is.
Yeah, I totally agree. This third tweet is, it doesn't really involve any explanation. It's just funny, so I wanted to read it.
This is more for you than anything.
Yeah, this is more for me. This is March 1st of this year. Not sure how I got here exactly, but I'm currently free balling at Disneyland. Feels wildly inappropriate, but also liberating.
That's exactly how I felt. Perfectly articulated.
The funniest part is that it was at 10 a.m.
So what happened?
Oh, you were in Florida, so you were probably with your family.
Yeah, I was in Disneyland,
chopping it up Disneyland.
So we were on tour.
Oh yeah, we were on the road then. That's true.
And I branched
out.
Yeah. Right?
No, this is this year. You didn't go to Disneyland this year with your family. That was like
no, I did.
You did?
I did. So yeah, no, I was down. Yeah, I went over. Brielle,
that sounds right.
Marissa and my mom were there.
Yep. No,
my dad weren't there. We had I had a show down there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
And you guys dipped off to the next city, and I stayed back.
What made you want to not wear underwear at Disney World?
Well, it wasn't calculated.
Disney World. It
wasn't calculated, right? So I only took like an overnight bag because like all my shit was on the bus. So I took an overnight bag. And then I ended up having a guest.
Okay.
And things happened, and ipso facto,
a lot of guests.
So for whatever reason, I was fucking underwearless, and I didn't have time to go go for a shop. So I just, charge it to the
We'd like
game.
to take a moment on the YNK podcast to thank all of our guests on and off tour.
Every guest we've ever had, thank you very much.
All right. Well, I wanted an explanation for that, actually. That makes sense.
But yeah, no, it was, I felt free. I don't free ball though, but I did feel free that day.
Yeah. All right. Now going forward, there's a few things that I want your point of view on.
Yeah.
I think the world wants your point of view on these things. We can start easy. We can get increasingly more intricate. We'll start off with an easy one. Number one, this year, Patriots winning the Super Bowl. What do you think?
Yeah, they're going to win it. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure that the offense is good enough. I think everyone can resonate with this. And I mean, there's a smaller percentage of people that can resonate with it, but just hear what I'm saying. If you play sports at a high level, you're not going to be a fan of the teams like the normal fan.
Yeah.
You're just not. You were on the field. Like, you played with these guys, or maybe you felt like you could have.
Right.
Regardless, you're not going to be like, what the fuck you do? Like, yelling at the ump. Like, I'm sidelined at the game. I don't give a fuck what's going on.
I know.
Like,
I mean, that's like literally where you and I are completely. I'm not even a huge sports guy.
no, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's where you
and
and
that's
I
not
are different.
shade. That's not shade.
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
like, it's just an observation I've made, but because I just don't have that in me, that bone in me to care. Like, if I'm on the team, I'll care maybe that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, it comes right down to like literally how you're raised and where you're from.
yeah.
Like,
Everything is. Though.
I was fucking born in South Boston, and like I was raised.
get it.
I was raised with a family that screamed at the fucking television every Sunday.
But my point is, you weren't between the lines, fucking 4th and 1.
No.
You know what I mean? So,
And like you talked about this actually in the episode with Hunter Green, and you're like sports fans need to like chill the fuck out.
yeah, they do.
And it's when
I literally was going in on Barstool today. Did you see that?
it's when they chirp. I didn't see that, but it's like like when fans chirp players, and it's like why? You know what I mean? Like you don't.
I just can't believe people care that much. All right, so today, I actually wanted to talk about this. Today, I was on the Barstool Instagram, and I commented something, and I was like, these people are all confused. And that comment was to a video that there's a dude, an Astros fan, walking up the stairs at Yankee Stadium, and he's getting booed, and he's like saying shit back. And then people are like throwing fucking beers on him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. That's New York and like Yankee fans, but like, dude, are you guys fucking serious?
Bro, but I'll tell you this, like
way worse shit happens.
Around the world, there's fucking way worse shit happening at the fucking soccer stadiums.
I
man.
know. But
People
dude,
are getting fucking killed.
that's not in front of my face, and I'm not there.
No, yeah.
And guess what? Those people are getting blown up right now. We're over here fucking podcasting. You know what I mean? Like, there's people in the Middle East right now, and a few different places.
I'm literally just
Mexico.
talking about sports, but like in other countries.
Right, but I'm saying,
yeah.
aren't we all like, I get it. That was like kind of, that's how fans were.
Yeah.
But like, as like the world gets more sensitized, and like, and Barstool's a funny place because the Barstool's like the other angle. Like, they're saying like, stop pussifying America. Like,
right.
Whatever. And I get it. And I get the humor in it. But like, to throw beer on another human being because he prefers the team that he's literally the exact same as you. He was born in Houston.
Yeah.
You were born in New York. He's loyal to his team. You're loyal to your team. That actually makes you very much the same type. Same type of person.
You both like
and
your
I get
sports
talking
teams,
shit. And like, I'm not saying be a pussy about it. Like, everyone, it's dope to have rivalries and be heated. The players, when they turn up on each other, I fuck with that shit. Mm-hmm. That's real passion. I get it. Like, I just think it's sad when
you're a spectator.
I'm not even being a pussy about it. Like, they're just confused. Like, any person, like, yo, bro, anyone I would be like, not like, I don't want to associate with people that would throw a beer on a fan of another team. I just don't.
I know.
You know what I mean? You're talking to a guy who used to brawl all the time. You know what I mean? I used to fucking fight like at the drop of a dime.
But you'd fight over other shit though.
Yeah, but like, it was always because they were giving me like, but I would never ever fight somebody just because I didn't like, I don't know. It just was never in my body. I don't know. It's hard for me to relate to. Yeah. But I do think, I mean, you guys can chirp me on my Instagram and let me know, but like, I can't get behind that shit anymore. And I came from that. I just can't get behind
That's
it.
when negativity gets brought into it. That's when it's fucking whack. That's when
it's over the top.
You bring down fucking players on the team. You bring down fucking sports fans who aren't
it's over the
fans
top.
of your team. Yeah, it's over the top.
Over the
it's
top.
insane. All right. Well, I guess that wasn't as much of a basic question as I thought. But we'll change angles. I saw something in the news recently, kind of sparked my interest. Pun intended. This statement says vaping is dangerous for teenagers. Do you think so?
Yeah, it's trash.
It is trash.
So I just saw, I actually was just with somebody who had this thing called Ripple. And it's tea. So it's a vape. I thought literally it felt like a jewel. Felt like, not even a jewel, felt way cleaner than a jewel. A nice, like I felt like it was a high quality thing.
But it's
and
tea?
and she goes, oh, she was like, yeah, this is tea. This is tea extract. It's completely healthy. It's actually good for you. It's
You
good
smoke
for your
it?
mood.
You vape it?
Yeah, you vape it.
You
and
vape
it,
tea?
and it and it was, yeah, and it was like as soon as I hit it, I was like, oh shit, like connect me with that dude. Cause I would fuck with that shit.
That's actually pretty sick.
At the same time, CBD is that too. CBD, like people are, you got to dive into it, like with experiencing it. Like there's just, people have that like slight, they have a slight notion, negative connotation that accompanies it because weed and getting high and being lazy and thinking, oh, I don't want to be the, but no, CBD, like there's a lot of different variations and versions that like can really assist you in a lot of different ways, like if you got a sore back or whatever. But like I've been, cause I don't want to change. I smoke weed, but I can't smoke it all day.
True.
But I do while I'm in the studio. Like I was never a vapor, but if it's around and I'm drinking or something, I'm smoking it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where it's not about the tobacco, the taste, any of that shit. Like the tea thing or the CBD replaces it. You just got to make that cool.
Yeah.
If you made Ripple cool, then the young kids would do it.
Yeah. Well, the article that was brought up was that the company Juul is discontinuing all flavors that are non-tobacco or non-menthol flavors. So like anything that's like fruity.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's the most satanic.
Yeah.
It's the most wrong thing to do. I get it that they can mask it and like say it's like for everybody, which it is.
I know,
like,
but
people enjoy
we all know
it,
what's happening.
But
like we're not idiots.
They're
we know
targeting the younger.
Yeah, we know what's happening. So, but like also to play devil's advocate, like at the end of the day, teenagers are going to do shit that's not good for them. Whether it's fucking vaping, whether it's fucking binge drinking, like
the vaping thing. Yeah. Like, I don't think the kids are like. I mean, I guess you could get lightheaded from it and shit. I guess they get a feeling from it. I don't know. It doesn't do shit for me, so I'm not thinking in that regard, I guess. But like, I think what I'm saying is, I think the kids just like. I just like smoking on something. You know what I mean? It's just a vibe. You look cool. Like people, that really is what it is. So like if you didn't oversell that it was this healthy alternative and the kids didn't know, like, you know what I mean? You kind of just like trick them into thinking it's cool.
Yeah.
To like smoke something like that,
Yeah. With vaping, like high schoolers aren't vaping because of the way it makes them feel. Like 0% chance.
It's just the vibe and the habit, and everyone's doing it, and it's cool.
It's like it's an acceptance thing, right? Like with high schoolers. When you're in high school, like what does every high schooler want?
I mean, everyone's trying to be the cool guy, at least be accepted by a certain group.
Yeah, so I feel it's kind of divided by genders, where it's like girls, what do they want? They want to be popular.
Get fucked by the football players.
Girls
prom night guys.
ultimately girls just want to be popular. Don't want to be accepted. What do guys want? Pretty obvious.
The nana.
Pussy. Guys want pussy. And to get all those things, to get popularity, to get pussy, you have to be cool.
I don't really say that word much. I don't know why.
It kind of irks me a little.
Pussy. It doesn't like. It's not like it doesn't fit.
It's
you know what I mean.
Same with cock.
I guess it kind of does.
I like literally nails on a chalkboard.
A dick kind of looks like a dick.
When a guy says the
like
word
cock. Yeah, I think girls can say cock.
Girls can say cock. I can't say. Oh my god, it's disgusting. I can't say that word. If you're a guy and you say cock, there's something wrong with you.
I mean, yeah.
Just casually say the word cock.
Even vagina. Vagina sounds like some kind of like rash. I have a vagina on my back, man. Fucking.
What's the preferred word for a girl's downstairs?
It just doesn't. Yeah, like I don't like that. My point is, I don't like those. I don't really love the words. I usually call it a kitty.
I say vagine actually. So I kind of change a few words.
Yeah, I'm a kitty guy. I go with kitty. Yeah. But that sounds weird. But it's just all about the delivery.
All right, let's move things on to a little more serious notions. Would you rather have two moms or two dads?
That's serious?
Yeah.
That's a decent question, actually.
I was watching.
Great question.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not even embarrassed by this, but I was watching Gossip Girl last night, and one of the characters, it's a girl. She got two dads. Or she doesn't have two dads. She has
Yeah, no, I think I gotta go with mom, and that's no offense to my dad. It's not even personal. It's just dads are guys. Like,
we're
guys.
That's
we know how guys are.
That's exactly what I said. If you're a dude, like it's weirder to have two dads.
Yeah, life is
fucking weird, man.
It's a yin and a yang. Like you need that other energy. Having a mom to like take care of you, dudes just can't, like, what I mean? Dudes can't do it like that. Not say they can't, but they just can't. They don't. It's like a different set of traits and like.
If you watch Modern Family, bro, like those two dads, they're a fucking nightmare, bro.
Yeah,
they're hilarious.
That's what you're basing it off.
They're hilarious. They're fucking entertaining to watch.
I don't watch TV, but like I've seen bits and pieces of that somehow over the years. I've never watched the full episode, but I kind of fucked with the vibe.
It's a great show. It's a fucking awesome show.
Yeah, they kind of were crushing it.
Real funny. Ed O'Neill, you'd fuck with. He's Al Bundy.
I know.
Married with Children.
I know him.
Literally the fucking biggest bro. If you, dude, like I'm sure our audience is on the younger side. Like fucking dial back to Married with Children, bro. Al Bundy was the fucking ultimate fucking.
I never really watched it.
He was the ultimate fucking OG bro. He was like kind of like Homer Simpson, but like way fucking edgier and more hilarious.
You just got pretty fired up about him.
He
just got you fired up.
I'm telling you, if you dial back to Married with Children, man.
I'll check it out.
Al Bundy, dude, he was a shoe salesman. He was the fucking most blue collar guy ever. Was the man in high school football star. And
I've seen bits
and now he's just in this fucking blue collar life. He fucking hates everything. He chirps his wife, chirps his kids all the time. But
he had the redhead wife, right?
Yeah, and like he's just always fucking getting loaded on the couch and just like doing hilarious shit. I fucking love that show, bro.
You're a legend.
It's funny, man.
He just got you right broed out. You just started turning into a big dude, bro.
I know. I'm just thinking back to
you're fired up.
Early Ed O'Neill days.
You got to put that on after this.
I know. I'm going to watch Married with Children after this. All right. I want to go back to sports. Actually, I actually really wanted your opinion on this. All right. HGH should be legalized to professional sports.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, a lot of them are doing it already.
But like legalized though, like having like the.
Yeah, I mean, it should be capped at a like. So for people that don't understand, like HGH is naturally made.
People lump that in with steroids.
It's not a foreign substance. A steroid is something that's like not foreign to your body. It's not natural, and you put it in. We make our own. We make HGH.
Right.
When you're 18, you're HGH. When you're a man, 18 to 25, that range right there as a man, your HGH levels are at their highest. They decrease, and with that, a lot of aging characteristics come in the sense of it's harder for you to recover. Your muscles are harder. It's harder to recover. Your energy, your life energy, fatigue. A lot of these things. And as an athlete, like, people were chirping me on my fucking Instagram about like my comments about athletes, but like people just don't understand what it does to your body to play at that level and play that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
look what happened.
And these motherfuckers.
What happened to your body when you were 21?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's the highest pressure. Everyone's watching your whole life. Everything you worked for is riding on it. The stress levels. It's not like you going to your job and having a fucking boss barely check on you. Or whatever the fuck your situation is, and whatever your reality is of working.
Nationally televised.
But the entire fucking world, the entire city, region is depending on you, and then they hate you as soon as you fuck up, and they're defaming. They're basically like taking all the shit you've worked for and just their 2 cents, just shitting on it. And it's all of this stuff that just makes, what I'm saying is it causes stress levels. And they're asking for peak performance so much that like the fatigue of just the daily grind is going to wear these guys down faster than any normal human being.
Some of these guys are doing it 20 years, man. In 20
years.
years.
And that's why they're all doing shit. You know what I mean? That's why it's always been that, and it always will be, bro. Like there's always workarounds and things like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I think they're doing as good of a job as they can with actual juicing and like steroids right now in the MLB, but I don't know. But I know fuckers are doing the HGH shit, and I know at the same time, I don't think there's anything wrong. A lot of regular people in their 40s and 50s are going to their doctor, getting their levels checked, and then if your GH levels are at a lower than the cap, then you're actually medically prescribed, and insurance covers it in a lot of. Depending on what insurance you have, but that's showing how regulated it is already.
That's crazy.
They're prescribing HGH to guys who are aging. So it's like, you know, as athletes, I just think the demand is so high. Yeah, they should be able to take a little HGH. People don't even give a fuck. Everyone makes mistakes, and it was a point I made in one of the other podcasts. Like, everyone's so fucked up in their own head. You know, whether your life's great or your life's shitty, like, people, no matter what, in their heads have so much going on personally that, like, they're not that consumed by what this guy did. Like, they're just not. People move on easy. Just admit it, Cass.
I feel you. So, like, building on that, do you think that in general people take shit too seriously in general?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
And it sounds like, I mean, I get it. You're really truly, like, supposed to get up with a passion and go drive after something, and that passion is what, like, accelerates you through life.
So funny you said that.
Why?
I was talking about that with Evan yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like not everyone's lucky enough to wake up every day with a passion, like you were just saying.
Yeah.
And like I've thought that's probably, besides my family, friends, whatever, like that's what I'm most fucking like grateful for. But when you don't wake up every day and you're just going to a 9 to 5 that you fucking hate, and like you're in this life that you're not like fucking psyched about, like your focus then goes on other shit. And sometimes it's like you're overanalyzing, or you're fucking like really pissed off about shit that just doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
Whereas like if your focus is consumed with something you're passionate about,
themselves, man.
Yeah, man. And like, unfortunately, that's the norm. The norm is like people don't wake up and just go do shit that they're passionate about.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do with all this.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just trying to inspire like, I say kids, but everybody, there's no, it's never too late. Like if you really, like, I just feel like, I mean, everyone has a place they're supposed to be. I feel, you know, and when you start feeling like this, you start realizing that, like, when you realize that you're where you're supposed to be, it's a really like incredible feeling, you know, and like I just want that for everybody. Like, I think I really think it exists for everybody. And I think a lot of the sadness and a lot of the anger in the world is from the personal discontent, because they never really got to go, like, they don't know that feeling. Like the great things about our life that we're most thankful for, a lot of people don't even get there, you know, because, you know, they do take a lot of things too seriously. My point was, like, life's like a yin and a yang. It's all about the exact balance. So, like, it's the drive and the passion to go achieve and transcend and do all these great things, you know. And to you, your version of great might be different than somebody else's. Like, you know, someone starting a restaurant and making the best meatballs in town could be their fucking dream. Their mom, you know, no, seriously though, there's a lot of people that just want to be a great chef and have a great restaurant. You know, like, that's a great goal. So it's not like saying you got to go out and change the world. It's just getting to that point where, like, you're passionate about something and it's what you wake up thinking about. It's what you go to bed thinking about, you know?
I want to move on to music. That is what you do, after all.
It is.
That is your expertise. Do you feel like today, and I think it's getting better, but tell me if I'm wrong, but do you think today music streaming has been more beneficial for artists as far as like financially?
Yeah, it's a great time to be an artist, man. Fuck.
You think? Because originally, like, there was some fuck shit going on. Like when Spotify first
bro,
started
your
up,
music everyone has a chance of getting their music out there now.
That's true.
It's fucking wild.
That is true.
You can't put a price tag on that, dude.
No, that is very true. The
records and viral, like these fucking TikTok shit and all.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this song's popping off 10 years later. The guy's like kind of like broke, and he's like, oh fuck, I'm getting paid again. You know what I mean? But like, it's also shit, man. Like the industry is trailing the market, if that makes any sense. So the market is moving so fast and evolving so fast.
Everyone's behind.
But the industry is not caught up in all the fucking A&Rs and everyone doesn't know, like, you know what I mean? And I'm just sitting at it observing. Obviously, we're going into an interesting time with our business, but I'll elaborate on that when I can.
Yep.
Yeah, bro, it's an incredibly invigorating time to be like a creator. Anything can happen, man.
I was talking more along lines of like financially.
Oh yeah, no, financially,
yeah. Slurring.
I mean, dude, it depends on your deal. All these kids do these fuckboy deals.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yes, bro. Like, you're getting paid out. My point is this: you end up getting way more buys than you would get because of the streaming culture.
Gotcha. Versus like, because you were a musician during both sides of it, right?
Yeah, at the end.
You were in the beginning. It was like people buying shit off of iTunes.
Think about it.
storage.
When we had that I had a number one album at the very end of that era.
Yeah.
Right before streaming started to happen.
Right, and people were buying shit on the iTunes store. Now, fucking no one buys shit on the
Right.
iTunes store. No one.
Right.
Now it's strictly
That
streaming.
changes everything.
So
Yeah.
you've been literally on both sides.
I haven't really released on this side. We've never done an official like a real
true.
release. We did what project was it?
It's the last one, right?
These days, but it wasn't really stream. Oh, for the homies,
Yeah,
of course. But that was
yeah.
just we didn't even announce it. We just dropped it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about actually like the drop we're about to have, like a real release in this era. I don't know what we could do. Stream. I mean, I know the record's gonna be like. I know it's gonna do what. I know it will go over time. Because I believe, you know what I mean? I believe in what
I know
I'm
you've been
doing,
growing
but,
as an artist too, so like you've obviously been getting bigger. But I'm just wondering, like financially, like has one side kind of like hit more than the other? Is streaming actually like living up to the hype financially?
For
an
sure.
artist?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm just saying the deals I can't speak on. But yes, there's more money being exchanged because fucking more shit is being streamed and more plays. Those are turning into buys that these guys wouldn't have.
Yeah.
These kids would put these songs out, bro. They would get like 6,000 buys.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I know.
Like there's so many. Like they would get like how many people would be like, oh, I need that, and like go find all these fucking artists that no one even knows who they are.
Now you're getting like 100 million.
Everyone got a
streams,
chance, bro. And you get into these playlists, and something happens, and you're a meme, and like it's just an amazing time to be an artist through and through.
Yeah, and just to like quantify it for everyone, a stream, the average stream on like Spotify, Apple is like around like a half a penny.
It's like 150 streams is one play.
It's
one buy.
It's around like oh yeah, for that. But like as far as like what artists are getting paid out, it's like around a half a penny for every single stream of a song. And it's different for Spotify, it's different for Apple, but that's like kind of right around the average. And I don't know, man. I saw like a graph of like how artists are making money every year for like the past 15 years, and streaming is growing.
Oh, it's growing.
It's growing and growing and growing every year. And I don't know if that's like from Spotify and Apple, like paying out more.
Spotify's a fucking monster, bro.
Yeah,
they're a real life monster. Like they're shitting on Apple in the streaming. As far as like how many streams are happening on Apple versus happening on Spotify. Spotify is shitting on them.
Really? Where do your numbers lie between Spotify and Apple?
Put it this way.
You got more traction.
Let's put it this way. These days, it's gone platinum.
Yeah.
Over a span of 4 years now, right? It has 130 million streams on Spotify, and it has like 45 million on Apple.
Really? That different? Wow.
I was shocked.
That's crazy.
I just recently saw the Apple numbers. I always saw the Spotify numbers.
It actually has a weird amount of plays on like SoundCloud too, and like YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song was huge for me, man.
Kind of on the same topic. Do you think that 69ing is overrated?
Yes.
Why is that?
I mean, just a lot going on.
Right?
It's a lot going on.
I was a young boy.
I don't know. It's just not the most like, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's just not, I can't fuck
I'm
with
thinking about it. I was just a boy at the time when I thought it was cool. I think the notion of it's cool. It's kind of a novelty, right?
Yeah.
It's a novelty.
I get it. Try it. Cross it off the list.
But like,
I never doubled down on it.
when a girl's doing her thing down there, like what's the best part about it? You know what I mean?
The view.
The view. You front row seats, baby.
That's what it's all about.
When you strike the view and you replace it with like a girl's fucking chocolate starfish just staring right at your face. Like you don't even know.
Why are you ruining it even more already?
You don't even know what's happening down there.
It's a chocolate starfish. What's wrong with you, bro?
That's because we're getting old, probably, right? Like, like 25-year-old us would be like,
I'm not getting old, bro.
No, I
At
think
least sexually.
we're getting wiser. I'm saying, like, we're thinking about things more clearly.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
When we were like 24, we'd be like, yeah, 69, sick. Like, yeah.
Yeah, man. I was never on the 69 bandwagon. That wasn't right. I wasn't on that.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I dabble with it.
I was like,
I also feel like it's something you do when you personally, at least for me. Like if I know a girl more, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying?
not
like
a first
just
date
like,
thing.
Yeah, like just not like it's something you like get to a comfort level and you'll do it. Maybe. But I don't even get the value in it. It's confusing.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what's going on. I'm like,
that's how I know I'm changing.
what do I do with my?
That's how I know I'm changing. That's how I know.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm changing. I know I'm changing because the other day I'm like, I haven't 69 in like a minute. I'm like, I'm like, I don't. Why did I even like it in the first place?
Yeah, you start evaluating things a little bit.
It's the damn media that's fucking ruining our minds.
It's the media.
It's porn. I'm talking about porn. It's ruining. It's fucking ruining us, bro. All right, one last thing. Kind of more of a general topic. Kids who get married 25 years or younger, they're idiots. Yes or no? Today.
Not fair to say.
Today.
Not fair to say they're idiots.
Idiots is the wrong word. Fucking morons.
Honestly, man, it's case by case though, because some people. Stevie Daniels from fucking Montana,
let's
right?
Speak generally though.
Stevie Daniels from Montana though.
Okay.
Yeah, we could speak. If you want a blanket state answer, yeah, they're idiots.
Yeah.
But it is case by case.
I know it's case by case.
Because there's I can't quantify how many of those Stevie Daniels out there that like their intuition and their life goal and their path is to create a family and raise the fucking ranch so that when dad gets too old, they take it over and they can do this. And then, like we can have 2 kids here and a horse. Like,
yeah.
Who knows? You know what I mean? What I'm saying is for some people that could be the it,
Yeah.
And cultures dictate like your programming, your environmental programming. So if you're from there and people are getting married and it's just the norm and it flows, then yeah. But in the general sense, it is moronic right now because shit's changing so much, and the reach of humanity and like just being able to go see and experience new things. Like someone made a really cool point about this. I was watching the Mike Tyson podcast, I think. Someone made a point about this, like, so talking about like your environmental programming, like I was watching the Tyson podcast and he had Carl Kanai on. They were both from like Brownsville, Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. And they were just like explaining what it was like to grow up there. And like he made a point. He's like, yo, back then we didn't have social media. I couldn't go on Twitter. We didn't have the internet. We had no money. I couldn't go on, look up fucking what's culture like in Los Angeles. What's going on around the world. What do these places look like? He's like, yo, if I could see that, yo, we don't have to get robbed walking back from school. This isn't how it is everywhere else. Like, if he was able to see like regular moms and going to Little League and playing and safe, like it opens your perspective and like, wow, that's a possibility. Mm-hmm. But these kids are raised, they're so dark because they're just trying to survive. It's like the Hunger Games, bro. Like they're trying to survive. It's how all of us would be. But what I'm saying is now you have social media, and getting back to your point, like, yeah, you could grow up there, but you can easily expand your mind and your scope and your perspective. It's all at your fingertips, where it wasn't before. So even if, everything around you is a slow pace, like slow life that you think you're supposed to be in, like you can still go and like experiment without having to go places. You can go see at least what other cultures are offering.
You're no longer trapped in like that bubble.
Yeah. Exactly. So
you have eyes on the outside of it.
And getting back to getting married, it's just like, bro, you really don't even is it girls or guys? I think it's girls. Girls their frontal cortex isn't fully developed until they're 25. That means they're not even who they are yet.
That's what that's why I'm bringing this up. And it's like
they're not even who they are yet. And they're on the way to themselves.
And that's not, I don't think that's, maybe scientifically, but that's not just women. That's fucking, I can fucking attest.
Oh, I can attest.
I can attest to this too, dude.
From 25 to 30, bro. Like
25-year-old me, like trying to be in a monogamous fucking married relationship.
We were also living this
different,
life.
way different. Yeah. We were dealt a different hand. I totally agree with you.
You would have been a normal motherfucker, bro. When I first met you, like we put you on the ratchet shit.
That's true.
We can talk about the first video shoot if we want. We can. But can we?
No.
We can't. You know why we can't.
I know.
Think about it.
I don't want to bring it up.
Yeah, no, it's not good vibes. But yeah, like I put you on a ratchet shit. If you weren't living this life, you like ended up scoring that job at the bank and like whatever, you'd be like your brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're just like your brother. You just been programmed on some rock star shit for the last decade. So like,
I don't think like a fucking dipshit 25-year-old guy like has what it takes fucking mentally to like endure a monogamous relationship without fucking it up.
Yeah, it just depends on your programming.
There's obviously like
I know 18-year-old dudes like that are fucking monogamous minded and like don't have any interest, and maybe that will change over time. But like, I feel you. It's just not a blanket. It's just you can't blanket for everybody.
I know. Well, I mean, statistics don't lie. 50% divorce rate today.
Yeah, it's trash.
That's high.
Real.
There's a 50% chance that your shit
It's like
ain't gonna work
it's like
out.
a coin toss. I do.
There's a fucking 50% chance your shit ain't gonna work out. And like, I love to look at the statistics of like what that number is for people who are getting married like below the age of 30.
Oh man,
I'm sure it's a lot higher than 50%. I'm sure it's like fucking like 70%. I'm sure it's something insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
To be, and just not an excuse, but it is harder than ever to be faithful.
Because of accessibility. Communication and accessibility.
You got apps on your phone. You can never leave your bed, and you can have strange women come into your bed. Watch a movie for fucking 10 minutes. Give a little back and forth chit chat, and then and then you're fucking her.
What a time to be alive.
So I'm not even saying that's a good thing necessarily, even though it is if it's properly executed and not overdone.
Yeah.
Even though I've never done that. I mean, I've done it in my own way, I guess. Like it's kind of whatever.
It's ruining human interaction, but
it's ruining human interaction. But I'm saying it's also awesome. But secondly, it's balance.
Yeah.
Still go out and meet people and like
I know it's crazy.
Go out and do shit. Like it's just a balance, but you can use all this shit for your benefit. All of this shit that everyone wants to complain about can be used for your benefit.
I know.
That's what I think. You know what I mean? Like Gary Vee put me on that ideology a lot. But like, yeah, you can naysay social media. You can like some of the podcasts I was naysaying the internet.
Yeah.
But like I've already, and like he also says you should be able to change. Like it's. I agreed when he said this. He's like, you don't have to be the guy you were 6 months ago with the answer and the outlook. And it's not a bad thing for you to be like, oh no, I was wrong. You know what I mean? But most men of power that's the hardest thing to admit they're wrong. Me, I see it as power. Mm-hmm. I see it as fuck. Yeah, nah, I actually learned more about it. Someone else said some shit and it changed my mind. You know?
All right. I know I said we're gonna end on that. I want to end on this though, because this is actually more important to me. This really hits home. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with what a bidet is?
Yes.
A bidet.
We talked about this.
I know we talked about it, but like I had like an in-depth conversation with my friend a few weekends ago about this, and
I've actually changed positions since then.
It's grinding my gears a little bit about this because like just the way that our country's progressing in this department is like kind of insane. But for those that don't know, a bidet is just like a little, it's like a toilet, but it's a device that shoots water up your butthole to clean it after number two.
It doesn't necessarily go up your butthole.
You get a little splash of water on your number two, and it cleans the doo-doo off your butthole. Like,
why'd you just talk to me like I'm a fucking infant?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He said, take a number two and clean your doo-doo off your butthole. I don't know, man.
You should make that a jingle.
I don't know why.
Take a number two, then you have your
total, like, not to get too far off topic, but a really funny story. I remember I was right out of college and I was going to Macy's to buy my first duvet, which is like the cover that goes over your comforter.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know what the fuck a duvet was.
Yeah, dude, when you're 22, like duvet, whatever. So I'm walking into Macy's and like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I look at one of the sales clerks in the eyes. I'm like, excuse me, can you tell me where the bidets are? And she took a beat as a woman. She took a beat. She's like, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, the bidets. I need a bidet for my bed.
She's like, what kind of weird shit is this guy on?
Anyways, long story short, I didn't know the difference between a duvet and a bidet.
Yeah.
But anyways, a bidet.
It happens.
It's if you go in a lot of places, let's say like Japan, for example, one reason that makes my father hilarious, when I was 12 years old, he shipped me off to Japan for 2 weeks to stay with the family just to like get culture.
Yeah, your dad got the sauce.
So I think that's why I'm affable now. I can like kind of like figure out with everybody. I can get along with whoever. Because, dude, none of them spoke English. Like
your dad's on a way.
The father spoke a little English, and I just lived with them for 2 weeks just to like figure it out.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I swear to
How
God,
old were you?
I was like 11 years old. He put me on a plane. He's like, yeah,
My parents would never do that.
He put me on a plane.
No shade at them at all. They're just like, my mom would be like, fuck no.
He put me on a plane. My dad was like, yeah, you'd be there in like 4 hours, 14-hour flight later. And
he's fucking with you, huh?
and like he knew that it wasn't strangers. Like it's a guy he worked with, but they lived in Tokyo, and I stayed with them.
That's funny.
For 2 weeks. And anyways, long story short, this was fucking a long time ago. This was like 15, 20 years ago. And their toilet was different than our toilets. It had fucking like a control panel on it. You know what I mean? And it was all in Japanese. I didn't know what the fuck it meant. I'm just clicking the buttons because I'm just I'm a curious little 11-year-old. I'm clicking the buttons on the toilet. I've never seen buttons on a toilet before. All of a sudden, I click one, and underneath me, I hear a noise. It's like zzz.
Mm-hmm. That's the calm before the storm.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And then all of a sudden, I'm fucking like literally like a little. Like the thing at the dentist that like shoots water into your mouth, it shot right at my fucking asshole. Yeah. And I jumped up. I was like, woo! And like the water just started like spraying the walls because it had so much trajectory. And I'm like,
high powered one, huh?
And at the time, I'm like, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I thought it was like a sex thing. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm like confused. I'm like, what kind of fucking weird shit are these Japanese guys into? And then like years later, I'm like, oh, it was literally like an electronic bidet built into the toilet.
So they had a bidet when you were 12.
I was 11 years old. This is like 20 years ago.
So, dude, they had a bidet then?
20 years ago.
An electronic bidet on their
20 years ago.
Were they rich as fuck?
I mean, they were well off, but it was not like
they were well off.
It was not like
Japan was probably ahead though too.
Japan's ahead with everything, but this is what I'm saying. Like this in Japan, it was like that. They were on this fucking 20 years ago. If you go anywhere in Europe, like a lot of places,
the Japanese are they're a cleanly. They're cleanly.
Yeah.
Like they clean and like.
But like. And like you go in Europe too, like some hotels and stuff, like they'll have
gentle.
They'll have a whole separate like toilet. It's not a toilet. It's like a fucking like sink toilet thing that like literally just shoots water fucking straight north. That
you squat over
you pop a squat over it and you turn the knob and it just splashes your butt. What I'm saying is that America is extremely behind in this department, and like you have to think why. It's big toilet business.
Is that why?
Big toilet business.
I didn't know that.
I didn't think it existed either. But what's holding back progression? And what's holding back progression is big toilet business.
Man. I think you're right.
Right? Why? It's not expensive. It's been around for 20 years at least.
Yeah, it is weird.
On an electronic level, it's been around for 20 years.
It's viewed as a luxury item in the U.S., I feel.
Yeah, but I mean, you've been to fucking rich people's places. You've been everywhere. Like, I've never seen an electronic toilet that shoots water per butt.
I actually have. I just experienced.
Where'd you experience it?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Where'd you experience it,
dude? I want to say in Hawaii.
Where? Where?
So the master of that suite I had at the Ritz.
Oh, okay.
That shit had a fucking thing, and I actually like.
It had.
So.
Well, why did your toilet get that? Our toilets didn't get that.
Yeah, bro. I actually fucking like experienced it. I was open-minded to it. I was fucked up. I was like hungover the next day. I was just on a vibe for the day. Like we had a concert that night or something. We had a wild night.
I remember. I was there.
We had a wild fucking 72 hours in Hawaii, man. Couldn't have been any wilder, I don't think. Seriously. But fuck. What was I saying? Yeah. So the bidet, I just gave it a whirl. She wasn't bad. It's a bit of a temperature pressure thing.
That makes sense. Yeah. Of course.
Because if you're at the right, temperature / trajectory / pressure,
yeah,
you're in a good place.
Yeah, I just like.
I've already changed my position. That was a perfect example.
But you have to go to the Ritz to experience that. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I guess there's companies now. I think Foley talked about it. There's a company called like Tushy or something where like you can put a bidet attachment to your toilet, and like
Tushy geek.
and like it connects to like your sink or something like that.
Kinda
That's
like that
cool.
name.
That's progress in my mind. That's progress against big toilet business. And
Big toilet business. Fuck
big,
those guys.
dude, American Standard, big toilet businesses, fuck them. They're holding back progress on cleaning our butts.
They're pieces of shit, literally, guys.
And like the greatest example is like if you're working all day, you're landscaping, you're getting your hands dirty, there's mud all over your hands. What are you gonna do to clean those hands? Are you gonna take a paper towel and just wipe them? Or are you gonna you're gonna go into the sink, you're gonna wash them with a little water.
You're gonna get them a little moist.
So why should your butt hole be any different?
I mean, I love where you're going with this.
Toilet paper has been around since the beginning of time.
I get why you're so passionate about it. You got the worst butthole in the house by far.
It's like
Your butthole's been in the trenches for fucking years.
I said this back in like episode 6, but like I'm wiping a brown marker at this point.
Yeah.
When's it gonna end? When's it gonna end?
You're an idiot, bro.
When's it gonna end? Anyways, I'm done venting about big toilet business.
Fuck those guys.
Fuck big toilet business. Something needs to change.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
See you next week. Guys.
It's Saturday night. See you next week. We're over and we're out.